Hey, everybody. Before we get into the show, I'm going to be in Portland, Maine, August 3rd at the Empire Comedy Club. Get your tickets now at probably their website, because I'm sure no one's put it on my website. And that's it. Thank you, guys. The Rap Jack Black and Sagdaddy, I'm back at it with a fantastic podcast for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rescued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drunk, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed. Now here's my dumb voice. I like when comedy movies
John Marco's in it.
Oh, well, now I don't want to see it.
Playing himself, playing
himself?
No, but playing
a comedian or some shit?
Jeff Goldblum. It's a comedian doing a Jeff Goldblum impression.
Oh, you know what? I saw him promoting this. I think that's the only time I ever heard of it was when I saw him being like, I did this.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
But Alan Seibel was one of the original writers for SNL.
Yeah.
And it's a book from the perspective of a guy who knew he wasn't funny enough to be a comedian, so found comedians to write for.
Whoa.
Like Gilda and
this is a real
Shandling.
book. Can you text this to me right now, this book? Because I will listen to this right frickin' now.
Yeah.
Are we good on audio? Like, is there fans coming in? Because we got a lot of fans going here, folks. It's a hot day. It's a hot day here in New York City. Yeah, so
ice can't cool us down.
I am so sick of the Trump impression.
Yeah.
Get it out of here.
The fact that I can do it means it's too easy.
I know.
And I'm a terrible impression if I have a version of it that almost works.
We've
unlocked it too much.
Yeah.
It's like Schwarzenegger or Jackson. It's too easy now.
Did you see that clip with Schwarzenegger where he just started out and Muhammad Ali is on a show with a white guy. Like he's coming out to he's on a talk show with this white host, and the host already has Muhammad Ali sitting there, and he's like, Muhammad Ali, thanks for coming in. Coming up next, we have the young cat bodybuilder. His name is Arnold Schwarzenegger, but he doesn't say nigger. He says, the N-word, essentially. And Muhammad Ali's like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, who? What the hell? What the heck?
Was it even that bad to say back then?
No, I don't think so. I think it only got bad in the past 6 months.
What I love about the word Schwarzenegger is it means black mountain, and the part of it that means black isn't what you think. Schwarz means black in German.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. I actually knew that from Breaking Bad.
Oh.
Schwarz means black.
Yes.
White means white. And then they created gray matter.
I don't remember this part of Breaking Bad.
I've watched that show like too many times.
Is Better Call Saul better than Breaking Bad?
Some would say. Some would say.
Some have said.
I think it's the only reason I don't think it's better is because it's a little bit more of a slow burn. You know what I mean? So it's like the first season you're just kind of like watching him be this shitty, crummy lawyer guy that's like not a bad lawyer, but like just fucking go nowhere kind of guy. And then by like the end of the second season, it really starts cooking. And when it cooks, you're like, I gotta know what's going on. I gotta watch the next episode, blah, blah, blah. And then like Walter and Jesse, they show up at one point. You're like, this is so cool. Yeah. Because it goes into and beyond. Yeah, it goes into and beyond.
So it's like there's like a prequel, a sequel, sidequel. This is like a sidequel. Yeah.
What's sidequel?
Something that happens concurrently.
Oh.
So this is like a gangbang quill.
Damn, dude.
This is front, back, on top.
You're fucking smart, bro. This is like Cannon's,
my Eiffel Tower joke
Cannon's
is smart.
podcast, but we're like we're Temu beautiful boys.
Fuck yeah.
But I wanted to tell you so I had one joke that was ever in a roast that was on TV, and I never got credit for it.
Let's hear it.
The joke was I gave it to Pete Davidson, and he was doing I think it was the one with like Ann Coulter and all that shit. You know that big one?
I remember jokes from Pete on that one. That was a good one.
That was a good one. My joke that I gave Pete was Nikki Glazer's here. and she's on a show on Comedy Central called Not Safe, but we're all calling it Not Schumer or something like that.
Yeah.
And it didn't do too well in this room, but I gotta tell you guys, it fucking killed.
Well, you fucked up the delivery.
I know, I did fuck up the delivery. You just saw how my whole act is. I have all my jokes, and then I just fuck up the delivery and see if people will laugh at that.
Yeah.
You and I are very different in that way.
Are we? Are you like on your script? Are you like, do you have like a perfect way you want to hit the joke? Or are you just,
No.
you're such a funny guy. You're such like a fun guy.
I rely on the fun. I rely on the funny to like come out. I rely on.
I'm like a divorced principal. I'm like, everyone quiet down.
Yes.
Listen to
me. Yeah, dude. You are. Are you on a script? Are you like
I have jokes, but I'd love to move away from them, but I have the jokes there if I need them in my mind.
you like, is this like a grass is always greener kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like, are you looking at like the guys that aren't scripty and you're like, oh, I wish I could get to that point?
That's always funnier. When it's a real thing in the moment, that's so much better than, especially with how people have no attention spans anymore.
Yeah.
Someone, I think for like the young generation, and also it's also true in LA, like no one wants to see prepared jokes. They're like, no. They want to push you. It's like watching one of those like English guards. You want to shove them and see how they react.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
It's also like they want to see, like, you can have prepared jokes, but I think they want to see you like being in the room.
Yes.
Like, so if
you
doing,
can fake. There's ways to fake it.
Oh yeah, I mean that's one of my biggest.
This guy knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you go. Yeah, right, dude. Well, that really is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
I'll go into fucking a quick crowd work thing just to bring myself back into the fucking
It works
room.
a lot. It really, it gets you back in. Yeah.
Yeah, you go. Oh, you got nachos. That's pretty cool. You gonna eat those? Cool. Anyway, so my mom died, and you just fucking
eating nachos.
There you go.
Yeah, it was stage 4 when we found it.
The amount of people that like, I'll just mention the food that they're eating, and they're like, "Do you want some?" And I have to be like, "No, I can't eat right now," because I mean it's nice that they're like, "You want any?" And I'm like, "No, I'm kind of using my mouth right now," but that's really nice. I hate it.
Yeah, it also takes forever. That's like the camera thing.
Yeah.
Actually eating on camera, it takes you like 3 minutes to eat one French fry if you're actually trying to clear your mouth out and people don't realize it.
What else have you acted in? So you've been in, you were in that
The League, The Mindy Project.
You were in The League?
The Miss Maisel.
Hold on, slow the fuck down.
Those are my big 3.
Okay, Miss Maisel.
I was in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
What'd you play?
Season
a
4,
fucking
episode 1, comic
racist?
number 2. Probably. He wore a suit to breakfast and had his hair slicked back. I'm sure he had some.
Yeah, he probably
not
had
woke
some
views,
fucking thoughts. Yeah. So wait, you were in. What'd you play in The League? We just had Steve here last week.
Oh, right,
or
easy.
2 weeks ago.
He's
yeah,
really cool, man.
Yeah,
he's really cool.
He's cool.
I did a guest spot for him in Austin, and I got a call from his agent a week later. I've been doing comedy for like a year and a half.
Oh my
and
god!
He was like, he just recommended me. It was cool.
Did you have like? Did you get stuff really early?
Very early.
Why?
Like, you'd be so pissed off.
Why? You fucking asshole.
Why? Well, it's really luck. It's really a lot of luck.
No, not why.
Jesus.
Okay, wait. Hold on. Let me. The why doesn't come from. I'm not questioning your
because
talent.
I started in Houston. Because I started in a place where there wasn't much competition and there was a lot of stage time.
Oh.
And I'll be honest, Tosh was big, and Comedy Central was looking for the next iteration.
Interesting.
That's my theory.
That's so interesting. You think
Tosh had just replaced Dane, and they were looking for that hierarchy, and Jeselnik was starting to pop, and they just saw me as something easy to sell.
So you would say Tosh, because I just had this
Dane, Tosh, Jeselnik.
Well, interesting.
More handsome, more offensive.
Oh, I was thinking, because I was just having this conversation.
And I was less handsome and less offensive.
I think you're more handsome than all those guys.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I'm more handsome than Dane now, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, Dane was
Sorry,
fucking...
Dane. You're very funny.
Dane was hot.
He was a hot boy, yeah.
Dane was hilarious,
He's
too.
so funny. I listened to one of his bits this week, and we were dying.
Dude,
yeah.
I have that album, the Harmful If Swallowed album.
What's that? No.
It's in my... Yeah, no, it's the
Vicious
fucking...
Circle, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I have that album in a car that, like, my high school car, like, it's just stuck in the fucking radio. So anytime I'm, like, using the car, if I'll, like, take it to, it's an old car, so I don't really do it much. But if I go on the road and I need a car, I'm just listening to that album, and then I made the big mistake of listening to that album right before I recorded my first album that was like in.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Yeah. And then you could kind of hear me trying to be like him. It was fucking crazy.
Squealing.
The one I recorded in the pandemic. I was like, trying to hide, whatever. But I was talking with somebody about this where it was like, was Tosh, because Tosh was huge, still is. He's in my top 10.
Yeah.
But was he ever like the best comic on earth?
No, he is the most underrated, overrated comic.
Yeah.
He still does theaters, if not, he did arenas at some point. He doesn't try to promote himself. He finally started doing a podcast, and he literally doesn't allow celebrities on it.
No, he talks to like his gardener.
Yeah, his wife's gynecologist. He shoots himself in the foot. He's so
cool.
It's really cool. It's like one of the few punk rock things happening in comedy right now.
Yes.
We're all doing every podcast and selling nicotine to children and gambling apps, and he's just like, I'll do it my way or no way.
Yeah, dude.
It's very honorable.
He's the fucking man.
But his show sells his stand-up completely wrong. I think comics all know how good he is.
Yeah.
And people who don't do comedy like, you like that guy? I thought he was for like dumb frat boys. You're like, it's actually like really sophisticated joke writing.
He's like Mac Miller in that way, where it's like you think he's for frat guys, and it's like there's an actual artist in there. Okay. But yeah, he's
too much an artist to assert that he's an artist.
I know. He's also I've heard stories that he doesn't bump people. I mean, I don't know how true this is now.
He's very respectful.
But yeah,
he'll do 15 minutes. Be off on time.
And I heard like if he walked into the Laugh Factory or whatever, and they were like, "Oh, you want to go up?" and he'd be like, "I'll go up last. I don't want to like ruin anybody's time or anything like that." That is so fucking cool, dude.
Yeah, I would bring him on stage at Comedy and Magic. He would go up at the end and just do all of his new material until he ran out of material.
Is that the Jay Leno Club?
Wow,
that's so cool. So have you met Leno?
No, I've never met Leno.
Well,
no.
Yeah, I told you I'm listening to that fucking book, The War, and it is not painting him in a good light. But it's also like he got
all sociopaths to get that far, though.
I know.
Mine is Conan. Conan's the coolest one.
Conan rules, dude. Conan's the best.
He's the best.
Yeah. When I did Just for Laughs, I met the booker, that guy JP. And
I had him on my podcast.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Dude, he was a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's a nice guy. Anyway, but about Tosh is like that whole. I mean, he's like. Cause I like everybody, but my favorite kind of comedy is like, I guess like Bernie Mac, you know what I mean? Who is so not Daniel Tosh, but I just like the guys like Tosh that are like the straight laced like fucking one-liners. I'm like, I fucking love that dude. It brought me into that world. I was like, this is good too.
It's accessible, yeah. It was like you don't have to be a full-on clown to be a good comedian, which was inspiring to people like me. Not that there's too many of me in comedy now. I hate it.
You think so?
I hate it. There's too many white guys who had a good college degree from the suburbs. You're like, I'm so not an underdog. I'm an underdog. And it's like, this is not endearing. This is not interesting anymore. I hate it. I hate what I am part of.
Yeah.
Andy Haynes was more of a starter of that, and he's a great comic.
Yeah, he rules.
It started a long time ago. It started probably with Dane, but like Jeselnik, Tosh, Andy, and then I was somewhere along the line.
I don't think Dane is more like
Dane was just a regular looking dude who could pick up chicks, and you weren't supposed to be that. You weren't supposed to be a guy who could walk into a bar and get laid. That's antithetical.
Yeah,
that's anathema to what being a comedian is.
I don't know what the fuck that means.
They mean the same thing. I didn't need to use the same word twice.
Anathema.
I just wanted to use that word.
Damn, dude, that sounds like a fucking anathema.
It sounds like a Blink-182 album.
Yeah. Anathema of the state. That rules. But yeah,
you like that book, by the Hoppus book?
Oh, I loved the book, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like, as a fan, you're like, yes, I want to hear all this shit. I want to hear them talk about like the fighting, and he like really let Tom have it.
Dude,
in the book.
the Mark Hoppus autobiography. Listen to it; it's great. Yeah, he did not hold back on Tom.
He did not hold back on Tom. I mean, he was essentially calling him an asshole.
Yeah,
being like, yeah, Tom was a fucking asshole for like a few years, and he was.
They were on the road together, and Tom would be like, "Hey guys, don't tell the rest of the band." He'd tell the tour manager, "Don't tell the rest of the band that I'm going out to eat at this restaurant."
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I mean, I guess I get it when you're hanging out with somebody for like since you were fucking 18 years old, but it's like you're only 25 now, and it's like, don't you want to? Can't you say to them like, "Hey, I just kind of want privacy right now"?
You know what? I think he just felt alienated,
and they exist.
And they exist.
Damn.
DeLong. I could that my favorite part of that book was he talked about at the end. He talked about all the things he's had to deal with.
Yeah,
and he listed cancer and being addicted to doom scrolling in the same breath.
Yes.
And I was like, that made me feel better. I'm like, yeah, it's ruining my life.
But yeah, doom scrolling. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
But he also he had this story about he got really into scuba diving.
Oh my God.
When he was depressed. Do you remember that?
Yes.
He got really into scuba diving. He got depressed, got really into scuba diving.
And it's so wholesome.
It's crazy. So he got really into it and he's looking at fish and all that stuff. And then he fucking goes out with like a accountability buddy woman who's like, I'm new at this. I don't know about scuba diving. And they give him like a buddy to go with. And her buddy's Mark Hoppus, which is fucking awesome. I'd be like, this is sweet. I'd be underwater going like, so what you guys made? Take off your pants and jacket. So they're swimming and he comes up and she's gone. And he's like, do you remember this?
Yes,
and he's like,
yes. They went down through like all the seaweeds, the jungle of seaweeds.
Yeah, and she got fucking stuck under there and died. She died. And I'm sure that's incredibly traumatic.
That can't be fun to deal with. But her last thought was, Mark Hoppus?
Yeah, she goes, this is so cool.
I can't wait to tell everybody.
I've always been more of a Green Day fan. But... Oh, and him talking about the Pop Disaster tour.
And he talked shit on Billy Joe Armstrong.
Yeah, he
seemed like a dick.
Seemed like a dick, but
to
also
be fair, there's so many
in a
comments
way.
who do shit like that to me, and I'm still friends with him.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it didn't seem like super dickish, but it was like, yeah, they were definitely competing with us.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like. Like we were coming in like hot shit. We're just gonna coast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they probably like learned how to be a better band from that tour because they're like, oh fuck, we have to still compete, even though we're on top of the world right now.
Yes,
and we're competing with Green Day, which like they're trying to fucking bury us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's nothing worse than when you want to bury someone and you just eat a fucking bag of cocks. Like last night I was opening for Theo at the Gramercy Theater.
Nice.
And I wanted to fucking bury him just cuz. And
really?
I fucking bombed. I bombed so bad. I just ate a fucking cock and balls.
Yeah.
It was brutal, dude. It was brutal.
This is not cool of me to say because sounds like I'm bragging and I do that too much, but I had a week at the Cellar Rio.
Yeah.
And Esty was there because she was auditioning people and she would audition 3 people a night at the Cellar.
At the Cellar in Vegas?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's 4 comics. In between
people
each comics, there's a guest.
For the Cellar in
this
Vegas?
was the first and last time. 4 comics would go up. Right, I'm booked on the show, and then between each comic there'd be a guest spot. So 15-minute set, 5-minute guest. 15-minute set, 5-minute guest.
And the 5-minute guests were the auditions.
Were the auditions, yeah. Okay. And it was like 2 to 4 shows of this, and Esty's in the room, and I have a guest spot after me, and I'm like, sorry, man, I gotta just like I can't leave room for you. I'm not gonna like end on a low note just to like give you an easy time. I have to hit the biggest closer I have. Yeah. That's gonna create a gap that's gonna be a portion of your set.
It feels so good.
It felt
dude.
awful. I really I need Esty's in the room watching me 3 nights in a row, and I have to fucking swing.
No.
Normally, if there's a guest spot after me, I'm like, I'm gonna go find and I'm not like a killer, like hard to follow, but like I'm gonna think about myself. I'm not gonna be a team player.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean, that rules. I love that. That's like the kind of shit I live for. You know what I mean?
That
like,
you're competitive?
Yes.
Really?
I'm so competitive in that way. Like,
that's
I
awesome.
want to like. Which you wouldn't think so because I'm like a fucking couch potato, but like when you're
a giggly little happy boy.
Because I'm a giggly little bear, and but I get very competitive, and I want to like I would love to bury someone and not be like an asshole about it. Like I don't want to walk by someone and be like follow that. Yeah. unless I'm kidding because I've done that. I've done really well on a show, and then Shane Torres was coming up, and I just went follow that, and he was like you fucking asshole, and then
I'm gonna do that.
He went up. He went up and he went. That fucking asshole just said follow that, and everybody laughed. So I was like,
next time I bomb, I'm gonna do that to the next comic.
Yeah,
I'm gonna die on stage at like the lounge.
Follow that.
Follow that. Screaming at the crowd.
This guy's nuts, dude.
Dipshit tourists don't get my art. Follow that.
Follow that. And be like, I don't want to. I need someone to clean this up.
I'm so the opposite of that. I'm like, we're all our own artists doing our own voice, and it's going to connect with different people on different nights.
Yeah, that's cool too. I mean, I like, because I don't drink. I'm kind of stopping smoking weed for the most part. Like, the only thing that's exciting to me now is that stuff. So I like the thought of being like, good luck.
That's interesting.
Like, you worked really hard to be able to get to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And I'm not like wishing the worst on somebody. Like, I'm not like, damn, that's right. But, you're kind of like, good luck. I like that feeling of like, good luck. Like, go try to beat that.
I already look like such a bully that I can't give people the satisfaction of being that guy.
Yeah, dude.
Sweep the leg.
I can't do that.
I can't be that guy.
Yeah. You have
also
bad guy from Karate Kid.
Yeah.
Everything. Also,
had one set last night that I bombed pretty bad. I ran the light and bombed. You know what I mean?
Where were you?
I hope Esty isn't listening. I was at the
Esty's
lounge.
not listening to this. I mean, if Esty's listening to this.
I got the light. I went up first. Will brought me up with a very Will introduction.
I was listening to Sagdaddy the Pod. It's my favorite podcast. And why are you saying you bombed?
This is the comedy.
I wouldn't be actually surprised if she's like, I listen to every podcast every comic does just to make sure. Someone once told
I didn't
me,
like.
Yeah. We'll talk about it. But someone once told me they're like, this is how paranoid the comics at the Cellar are. Someone told me they were like, she's got microphones in the lamps.
That's so funny.
It's like, what?
I told her she needs to just have a cardboard cutout of herself to just put in the hallway at the McDougal.
Yeah. To have that silhouette of her, and you're like, oh god. and even then, it's still the cardboard. You're like, oh shit, Cardboard Esty's here.
Cardboard Esty. What if I get...
Cardboard Esty's watching.
She said that she was like, it's true if I I'll walk in on Chris Rock. And he'll switch to old material.
Really?
Wouldn't that be funny? Chris Rock is just reading off a page. He was like, now there's a difference between black people.
Yeah. He's going, I don't know anything. And then he sees Esty and he goes, the Columbine shooters. He goes, whatever happened to Crazy? What music were they listening to? What movies did they watch? Whatever happened to Crazy?
That's a good Chris Rock impression.
Thank you. I mean, he's like that. That special is so fucking good. When he's still good. That whole opening part where he's talking about the Columbine shooters and he's like, it's just so funny. He's like, we didn't have any friends. He's like, I seen the pictures. There was 6 of them. He's like, that was more friends than I had in high school or something like that. He's like, I don't have 6 friends now.
That's so funny. God, it's funny.
I didn't have 6 friends in high school. I don't got 6 friends now. He goes, that's 3-on-3 on a half court.
That's so funny.
Dude, so fucking funny, man.
So you're competitive. That's cool.
Yeah,
Were you competitive in sports?
No, I know. I was competitive in attention. I was not school, not sports, nothing that would actually help me in the world, but just fucking attention. Like I always wanted to be the fucking guy that everybody was paying attention to and looking at and laughing at. And it still has that. There's still that in me. Like every time they release the people that got SNL, I'm like, these fucking guys. They don't, I get fucking angry.
I'm gonna be 75 years old.
Yeah, I know.
They're like, oh, look at these fucking losers they pick for SNL.
I know.
They need older people in there. It's what they need. I'm tied up to a dialysis machine.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be sending tapes from Boca Raton, being like, "This is my year." They're like, "Yes, it is. Yes, it is."
I'm more of a writer.
Sagalow.
I don't have a range of characters, but I'm like an Andy Samberg. I'm not a good impressionist.
Yeah.
I'm just a funny guy.
I'm just funny, and hopefully they'll see
guy,
that.
yeah.
That literally is the tape that I sent them this year, where I'm like, I'm just sending them stand up, and hopefully they'll think I'm funny and whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna have a Jamaican nurse being like, "This is your year, Mr. Sagalow. You send it right to him." You're going to be right next to Lorne Michaels.
Lorne Michaels is still alive.
Yeah, he never dies. He's never even aged. He's like, we're having old man Sagalow fitted for wigs. Can you come in? I'm like, live from New York. It's... I go, oh, he's dead. Well, if they said to you...
Can we move the show up to 7:30 p.m.?
Can we have it moved up to 6 a.m., please?
Can the show be 44 minutes?
It's too cold in here. Everybody's laughing too loud.
There's always people like, I want to be the youngest blank ever.
Yeah.
I met a girl who was like, I want to be the youngest White House correspondent. No, I want to be the oldest SNL cast member ever.
They should do that.
I don't want to get cast yet. I want to get cast at
throw
37.
a fucking old guy in there. Have an old guy be the Weekend Update guy. I'll tell you what, too. Weekend Update ruined so many comedians because now anyone who talks about the news on stage, they talk like a Weekend Update person.
Yep.
Oh, it sucks.
This is a thing. Have you ever, do you submit packets ever?
No, I don't know how to read.
Okay. Have you ever submitted like a monologue packet for like a late night type show?
No.
Okay. It's, you go and you write jokes. It's very painful, right? The first hour you write literally nothing, and then you write one joke, and then 30 minutes later write another joke.
Yeah.
And then 15 minutes later, and so on. And you start to actually really pump them out as you start reading. After a couple hours, you have like a page or two of jokes, and you kind of like them. And you submit it, and the whole time you're like, what if I did this with my stand-up? Yeah. What if I sat and put this kind of focus into my stand-up? And then you do it, and you go on stage, and you sound like Jay Leno.
Yeah, you're like,
you hear about this in the news? You hear about this in the news?
What's going on about this? You hear this?
A pun, misdirect, and you bomb because those jokes don't work as stand-up. Because jokes don't work in stand-up.
You have to but you know what? You're like, it's the effort is what. The focusing is what you're supposed to be doing. Like, what if I just sat down and focused on writing some fucking jokes,
or just stared at my jokes until I had ideas? That's it. That's you can't really like sit and write. You just have to look at the ideas you already have and go, yeah, right. That's where I was with that. We talk about like I think jokes aren't as funny as things that aren't jokes. Like the other night, I walked past you and someone worked at the cellar. Yeah, and it was July 4th. I go, happy last July 4th. And y'all chuckled. And then you and I walked inside together, walked up to a table full of comics. You go, hey guys, happy last July 4th. And they all laughed. And that's so much funnier than my original joke. In front of them. But the joke is you doing the joke again. And that's so much funnier than anything I've written.
Yeah, it was fucking hilarious.
I was like, hey.
Because the first time got like a, that's funny.
Yeah, that's written.
Then, we walked in together. The next people we see, I go, hey guys, happy last July 4th. So funny, dude.
Follow that.
That's just so fucking funny, dude. But I do envy like the way you can write a joke where it's like it's it's well thought out. I'm like maybe I could throw a face in there. I'm like you're like a Del Frisco's, like everything. There's a basil on top of the steak. It's important. Everything is important. I'm like a deli sandwich thing where I'm like, I'll throw tomatoes on there, take some mayo, throw it there. Maybe they'll enjoy this.
A plastic tin full of salad.
Yeah, put it exactly. Put it in a fucking thing.
See, now I'm at the other point where I'm like, I just want when I'm like, you could write a punchline, but wouldn't a face or a sound or an action be funnier? And that's what I'm trying to do more of now. But
let me give you a little tip. Are there any sounds that you can make? Are there any sounds? Okay, don't ever do that on stage. Okay, that scared me. Oh, really? The way your hair fucking Hitler moved. That terrified me. Yeah.
That one strand. That's always Nazis in movies. They get angry and that one strand falls down. Yeah. And it's fucking time.
It's time. It's such
a perfectly
vague,
coiffed Hitler Youth hair.
Yeah, it's such a vague
it's in his
thing.
Face now.
It's time.
It's
well, write around a sound that you can make. I do that all the time. I go, I can make a sound, and then I'll be like, what would be, a joke that would be around that. I mean, this
not a bad strategy.
Both of this. What was that supposed to be? Oh, my strategy. Yeah,
I have a joke about condoms.
Was that like the condom? Like,
it was a.
What is that?
Unlubricated condoms.
I mean, now let's be fair. So specific too.
My dad bought me unlubricated condoms when I was leaving for college, so I have a joke about it.
Oh my god! Unlubricated condoms.
Isn't it gross? Isn't that upset?
So
the crowd goes. When I just say the name,
you might as well just be putting a Snickers wrapper on it. Yeah, ew, disgusting. I guess the grass is always greener kind of thing. Who are your guys? Do you have guys? You're like, these are my fucking guys.
Louis, Hannibal, Mulaney, Goldman. Goldman is who I like. That's to me like top shelf writing. But then I really like Hannibal's writing. How like abstract it is. How weird it is.
Yeah.
I like Bamford, but that's not even aspirational. That's just funnier than I'll ever accomplish. You know what I mean?
She's like the king. Of that shit. She's
ridiculous.
She's so funny. All of her she's just great. I watched the Comedians of Comedy documentary every couple of years.
You're a real fan of comedy, huh?
I'm a huge fan. Yeah. I mean, it's like that, and I guess that's it. And Blink-182 and Eminem.
What's your biggest this is cheesy. What's your biggest inspiration for your comedy that isn't stand-up comedy?
Have you asked Oprah? What's my biggest? That's not stand-up.
Uh-huh.
I would say You mean a person, an artist?
Anything, a genre, anything.
I would say, like, I really like Eminem. I like how he, you know, like, I liked his attitude. I love that he was just kind of like, fuck everything and, like, you know, go for the, you know, like, it was just for the art. Just doing it for the art. I'm sure it's like, you know, I'm sure he was an asshole too. I'm sure there was like, you know, stories are starting to come out of like, ooh, this guy's kind of a dick. Like there was a story about like him like calling up Mariah Carey and being like, I want you to play my mom in 8 Mile. And she was like, what? Like knowing that he would be like, and then they ended up fucking because of it or some shit like that.
He prank called Mariah Carey?
Yeah. Well, he was like,
we have a movie offer for you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, who?
And then apparently that like made her like want to fuck him or something like that. And then they flew to Detroit.
Yeah.
And her manager flew to Detroit and went to his house. And he was like, let me show you around. And they ended up disappearing in a fucking room for a while. And then the manager left Detroit. He was like, I'm not going to just be here while you're banging Marshall, and then just fucking left.
I would. I put my ear against the door.
I know. I would be looking at all like.
Does he rap while he comes?
I'd be looking at his fridge. I'd be like, what does this guy have in his fridge? Like what kind of fucking? But I just
secretly
like
Fago. He's actually.
Yeah,
he's actually a
he's
I love those guys.
That's why he took it so personally. He's like, God damn it, I like Fago too.
These guys are inspirational.
I love clowns.
He hates women though. Like Eminem, that's the one thing looking back on. He is a dick and he owns it, and there's merit to that. But he really like the shit with Aguilera. He like went. If you look at the whole thing, she was like, oh, he's really great. He does have like a domestic abuse song, and domestic abuse isn't cool. He's like, this fucking bitch.
Well, yes, yeah. I mean, that was all for, you got to take everything into account. Like, his mom sucked ass.
Yeah.
His wife sucked ass. I don't think there was many women in his life. He was also putting it on. Like, you have to be, the way he
wrestling
grew up,
villain. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be hard. Like, you can't. Even like, you know, even if you're like, you have to say like, you know, you have to be like that the way he was growing up.
Yeah.
And like coming up in rap, or else he would be looked at as a bitch. So
yeah.
you have to be like hard. And then, but yeah, you go like the Christina Aguilera thing where she's like, but I guess it's also like, don't fucking speak about my personal business. Like, we're comics, so we're constantly speaking about it. But if I was like, you know, if I was trying to keep up this fucking personality, and then she's like, I think he's married to the woman he kills in all of his songs. Wouldn't you be like, I don't know, I guess I don't get it, really. I'm just defending him to defend him. But what are you going to do? I totally get it. He does not like the ladies.
I think
probably
someone had said
now,
that he never got laid growing up. And that's still affects who he is.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get laid growing up?
No.
No?
No, not at all. Never. I mean,
you still have that chip in your shoulder?
Have
you gotten laid
I don't
yet?
leave any food off the table. Okay. I'll tell you what. If there was a chip on my shoulder, it would not be there for very long. Yeah, I go like a fucking lizard. No, I don't think so. I mean, they're definitely, and I talk about this in therapy a lot. I definitely can get into this mode where the army of men are behind me. You know what I mean? Like, I do get into a thing of like, you know, if someone's like, all men do this, it offends me on two levels where I'm like, no, we fucking don't. And then also like it's like, I hate when people generalize. And I know that's a lot about comedy. This is one of my big beefs with comedy right now. I think we need to evolve from the generalization. And I know that's funny. And I know there's nothing funnier than being like, women do this and men do this. But I'm in the audience watching someone. I pay attention. Are you like this? I zone in on when I think someone's wrong about something.
Yes.
Or if someone is blatantly wrong. Like if someone does a reference that is slightly wrong, it throws me off. You know what I mean? And there's a part of me that's like, I kind of want to tell them. Like, I know there's someone that we know that's a very funny comedian that's making a video game reference on stage. And I play video games. And they're wrong about something where they're like, they're doing a sound for a thing that isn't the sound for the thing. You know what I mean? They're like talking about like a Mario star, like getting a star. And she'll do the thing
like
where
an SNES noise instead. Yeah.
Yes, she'll go like da 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 da, and I go
no. That's,
and I know this
that's
is
into
stupid.
the level. Yeah.
Yes, and I go that's a one up. That's a one. Yes, that's the star. And I go, you're not doing it right, and it still gets this big laugh. But I'm in there going, I wish you.
I'm so against you on this.
Really?
I like it all being wrong. I like
really.
I like jokes based on misinformation. My friend Chase has a really good joke about how Bill Murray has 17 kids. That's not true. And he has a whole joke on it. That's so funny. That's so much funnier than the real number. Chase Russo.
Oh yeah, he does. Well, there's some things that are wrong,
and you need to lie. And I'm not a journalist. My parents were scientists. Yeah. I could have gone a more academic route, but I picked comedy because I don't like rules. I get to be wrong. That's wonderful.
Interesting. I am so the opposite. I'm like, if it's, there's some things that you can say that are funny that are wrong, but if the funny isn't based on being wrong, then I don't like it. If you're doing a punchline this is supposed to be the punchline, but you're like, but that's wrong. I don't like that. Yeah. But if the punchline is Bill Murray's got 17 kids, and you're like, well, we all know that's not true, so that's hilarious.
Yeah. But like Seinfeld has the joke about the taxi driver. You look at their name, and it's the symbol for boron.
Right.
But the symbol for boron is B. It's B. It's the letter B.
Yes, but
so it's not actually funny if you know it, but it just sounds funny, so he picked the funniest element to say.
Right.
That's funny.
Yes, but that's supposed to be funny. So if I say to you, right, like if I'm like...
Give me an example of a joke that pisses you off.
I mean, that was the perfect example, though. The one about the star and the.
Okay, so you're just an internet comment. You're just a little petty.
Yes. But
what about generalization? You were talking earlier about like generalization about men and women. You don't like that.
No, I don't like when... And this is not even about men. I mean, it triggers me more because I am a man, and I will admit to being biased. Where I'm like, the arm, men, I need to. But I don't like when, when it's like a blatant, like, even like if a man goes, oh, well, all women, they're always nagging.
Yeah, I hate
and
that.
It's like,
it's just old. It's just dated.
Yeah,
and the nuance is more interesting.
Or if it's like, if a woman will be like, men can't, men don't know how to make a woman come. And it's like,
that does annoy. Well, that to me, I'm just like, update the joke. We all use vibrators now. Like, it's men actually do real. When men wouldn't. I heard a joke, and I don't know who this is by, so sorry for throwing this person under the bus.
No, it's fine.
But like, like blowjob classes. Like, if there was pussy eating classes, men wouldn't sign up. I'm like, do you know how many YouTube videos I've watched? how many web pages? And I think that's every man. So it's like.
Yes,
get to the heart of it. Men won't admit to it, maybe, but like there's a better joke behind it because the exception starts to become more interesting than the generalization.
Or all you got to do to make it even more interesting is just change it with a couple of words,
or flip it at the end. Flip the joke on you at the end is what I try to do.
Yeah, or even just get it even more personal. Like every man I've ever known would never care. Every man I've ever slept with, never cared about eating pussy.
Yeah,
and never really did it well. You know. Like, that would go a long way with your audience. Yes. Because I'm sitting there in the audience going, when someone goes, yeah, men, if there was a pussy eating class, no men would show up, blah, blah. And I'm in the audience going, that's not true. I go,
God, whose bit is this? I feel so bad
now. No, it's fine. It's whatever. It's not fine. Who cares? Fuck you.
It's a good comic, too. It's what I like.
Fuck them. Who gives a shit?
I have... my thought, you're talking about being defensive as a man, and I'll probably regret saying this on multiple levels, but I've realized lately that if I wasn't handsome, I would for sure be an incel.
Oh, yeah, you think
if I didn't, I think, because I already have it.
Incels can be handsome.
Like, I'm fine. I have a wife. Dating was not a horrible experience for me. Yeah. And I'll still see AOC dancing. I'm like, what the fuck is she dancing about?
I know.
Like, I just get mad at independent women. I'm mad at them for being like happy and successful. This fucking bitch.
I know. I don't know what it is. And it's something you gotta shake off. It's just like ingrained in us.
We hate
ingrained. The way.
I think it's I don't even think it's cultural. I think it's just in me. I hate seeing women do better than me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Nicole over there, independent woman, and I'm like, fuck you, bitch.
Fucking, you think you're better than me just because you're better than me?
I know. It really has to be, like, shaken off a bit because it's like, did you have a lot of, like, dude friends growing up? Did you have, like, a dude, like, we're brothers?
Dudes, no. I saw those dudes. Those were the cool dudes in my high school, the lacrosse bros, the, SEC fans.
Like, I had a big group
Securities
of,
and Exchange Commission.
Dude friends.
What?
I had a big crew. Wait, what did you just say? I feel like... What did you just say?
Securities and Exchange Commission. It was a misdirect. You thought I meant
hilarious.
Whether it was Southeastern Conference. No, I did. I'm sorry. You were talking about dudes.
Yeah.
I didn't have many friends growing up. I'm going to be honest. I was
Really?
a really weird loner kid.
You were weird.
Yeah, I was weird. I was weird. People from high school would be like, yeah, he was.
That,
I kind of chose isolation as well. There was like a group of nerds who would have accepted me. All my like AP, yearbook swim team. But swim team, not cool, by the way. You're thinking, you're picturing a different swim team. Swim team was for the kids who weren't good at any other sport.
Sure. I'm going to stop you right now. I never pictured a cool swim team.
Good.
But that's fucking hilarious. I was on the swim team, not the cool guys. I know what you're thinking. But we actually were kind of lame.
I was in the chess club, but I didn't get as much pussy as you think.
That's interesting. You didn't have any friends growing up, huh?
No, at summer camp I did. And my cousin, who went to the public school, let me hang out with his friends, and that was very cool of him.
College
I did. In college I did.
Yeah,
because I had some really cool people who immediately. The first day, Danny and Maddie were my best friends in college, and I introduced myself to Danny, and the first thing he did after meeting me was text Maddie, I just met the biggest tool. And that was the first day I knew either of those guys. And they took me under their wing as like a project of like, we can make him normal. We can make him socialized and cool. And they worked really hard, and they got me part of the way there. They got me passable if I just keep my mouth shut.
That's awesome, dude. Good for them. If I'm the complete opposite. I would have been like, I never want to see this guy again. Yeah. Wow. But you have like you have like a college build. Like I feel like you're
that showed up that appeared out of nowhere between senior year and freshman year of college.
Interesting.
So I went to high school with a bunch of very good looking, very athletic people, all from rich families in Atlanta, and then went to a very nerdy college. So I was like kind of a weird outcast among these jocks in high school, and then college I came in like I was tan. I'd been swimming all summer, and I looked like a jock at this, like a dumb jock at this school full of very smart people.
Oh,
so it was like a real jarring. Having to understand how I affected people in college was interesting to me because I wasn't used to like putting people off. People assumed I was arrogant and misogynistic or a bully, and
yeah. And you're definitely not arrogant.
People just assume I am because I have so much going for me.
That's great. So when did you like? How were
I
you?
Always,
were you in
I always feel like a
started?
bucking bronco of social faux pas. Like
No.
I always. You're like. Have you always felt like kind of you control a room? Like you know how?
You think I do?
You do fucking. We were at the cellar table. It was like 7 comics at the cellar table. You walked by and just made a joke the other night, and then did a character and walked away. I'm like, he just killed at the table, and then mic dropped us. You go, I look like the manager at a pizza shop. You guys doing want some breakfast? And you just walked away. I'm like, I would sit in that glory for ages.
No, I got to get out of there as quick as possible.
I'll drop a good line sometimes when comedy gets a laugh, and I have to keep my stupid face and be like.
I go, this is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Try to not be prideful.
Oh, I get out of there so quickly, dude. Most of them are bombs too. Like maybe you saw a good one, but I'll like walk in and I'll be like,
funnier.
Bomb. I'm like, all right, take it easy. Yeah, that's so funny, dude. So when did you start doing comedy? Were you in college?
Wait, I want to go back to the bros thing. You think knowing bros, you said being friends with bros was what made us...
Well, no, like I had a big group of friends, and that's the way we were like incel-y, kind of like. I mean, we weren't like incels, but it was like
Columbine boys.
Yeah, we said everything. Yeah, kind of. I mean, there was 6 of them. It was like we would.
Is this around New York City? You grew up around New York?
I grew up in Long Island.
Okay, yeah.
So it was like we were like smoking weed but like
no chicks, no pussy.
There were 2 girls.
Okay,
and or like there were 2 girls that were like the homies,
mm-hmm.
and then there'd be girls that come around from. I mean, I was never bringing. I mean, if I brought a girl around, I was not having sex with her, and I was trying. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And but there were like some girls would come around and stuff, but the vibe was that locker room bullshit of like this is gay and women should be made fun of and da 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 da. And I think that's kind of ingrained when you have that for a while, and you have to like teach yourself how to get out of it.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hard when you're living like that for so long, and you're like, ooh, it's like still in me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
I grew up on American Pie. There's some part of me that's like,
oh yeah,
you get pussy. It's how many women you fuck. That's like who you are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, there's a reason why all those are stereotypes and stuff. Like that didn't just come from. I guess I don't know what came first. Are we a product of the environment, or is the environment a product of us?
We almost fixed it. Like younger men right now are growing up on we're growing up on a better set of like treat women as people, like very simple stuff, and like things like American Pie, where we'd be like that's a disgusting movie that no woman was part of the script or direction or any of it. And then things almost got better, and then Andrew Tate came around, and now it's worse than it ever was.
I think
it's almost like you have to let that monster exist a little bit, or it will grow stronger.
Yeah, maybe. I mean,
let boys be incel. What am I advocating for?
I don't know.
We gotta let them hate women a little bit. Just a little bit.
We gotta let people be people. I think it's a little bit more flagrant now, but also when you can't operate on what you see online. It's all fake. There are bots.
Yeah, I know.
Dead internet theory. Idiot. You can't be like, this is how people are. And that's another thing. Like when I see people like doing that, I'm like, ooh, they don't. Like when people are upset with people and they're like, everybody, because I'm big on everybody sucks. But I don't take that I'm trying not to take that from the internet because the shit that you see is not all real.
Dude, you're so right. There was you know what I hate the most is Laura, just when you make up a phantom of a character. That's the comedy I hate the most. Talk about generalizations. This person in Portland was like, did you just assume my my dairy, whatever?
Right.
Yeah, and I'm like, who is that? I live in Brooklyn. I do comedy at like woke venues. I've yet to get a complaint about what I do.
The blue-haired, blah blah blah.
I haven't met that.
It's not real.
I met one of those at a party recently. I was like, oh, this is like the internet.
Yeah.
But it's not real. You're that guy. A guy pitching me on Maoism and Marxism and
I mean, don't get me wrong. There are those people out there, but it's not as much as the internet will make you believe.
No. Now, what about the right-wing extreme version? Is that a real thing, or are we creating that?
That's kind of a real thing.
I think that's kind of a real thing.
That's kind of a real thing. Like
Trump, people at shows throwing glasses at our friends. And
yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, you go on the road, and a lot of the road is like there are. It's not all that, but I've run into that guy more than I've
run into the blue-haired
even my
barista.
fucking dentist is like literally yesterday. I got my teeth cleaned, and my dentist, he knows that I'm a comedian. He's talking to me about comedy. He goes, I just I can't stand that you can't say anything anymore. My dentist said that, and I go,
you know what I go? Say it. Say it right now. I'm right here.
Oh,
say
you're
it to
like
me.
that. Do you ever see that news thing where the guy's like,
the N-word?
The white guy's like, why can't we say the N-word? And the black guy's like, say it. Say it right now. And he's like, I can't. And he goes, say it.
Say it.
You want to say it so bad, say it. And he's like, nah, I can't.
That's from a TV show, I think.
Oh, that sucks.
Again, you run into it, so you can't say anything. We're like, no, you can't do a backflip.
Yeah.
That's what you can't do.
Yeah.
You can say all these things. Have you listened to Kill Tony?
Say whatever you want.
It's the biggest podcast in the world.
Yeah, that's
the 10th guy on that roster is making more money than me on the road.
I said to him,
tell me again what you can't talk about.
He goes, you can't say anything. I go, yes, you can. You can say whatever you want. Like I go, do you know the shit that I hear every night? Like you can say whatever you want.
Anything.
But some stuff just isn't funny. And it's like, and you just go
so fucking
or you're not making it funny. Like people are very lazy with it. And then they're like, you can't say anything anymore. Yeah. And you're like, no, you just didn't try.
You don't want to when you tell conservatives who do comedy, they get too excited about it. They act like you're like military service.
Yeah.
You're like, that's brave doing comedy. That's a hard job. You're like, you can jerk off in front of coworkers and not get fired. That's how easy comedy is as a job.
It's amazing.
You have to take 6 months off. And then you're back.
And you're like,
no other job do you get to jerk off in front of coworkers with their consent. And you get to keep your job.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. It's pretty amazing. It's literally diarrhea is amazing. But yeah, I mean it's just like, I don't know. I guess it is both annoying not to play that guy. Like, but I'm more annoyed when it's like, cause at least like the left side is like, I don't know. They're still kind of losers, which is funny.
Yeah.
It's like you're still being a loser.
Yeah.
And a pussy,
and you have no power.
Which is funny, you know, and you have no power. But when you're like on the right and you're like this fucking guy that's like, you're not tough. Like stop pretending to be tough. That's not funny to be tough.
Winning isn't funny.
Winning is not funny.
Winning is,
which is why this podcast is hilarious.
Yeah. Sorry. There's an irony to me saying this now. I feel aware of it. But it's just to see people win is lame. Have you ever watched a new comic go up and brag and they don't realize they're doing it?
Buddy,
and I was this for so many years. I'm still this.
Yeah, but you're
and I don't even know I'm doing it.
But you're like a writer, like guy.
Sure.
So if anything you say, there's a point.
Hopefully,
there's a point to that. I mean, don't even worry about the couch, buddy. We're getting a new one, y'all. We're still trying to get a new one.
I love it.
I know. There's something we do have to do a thing, Nicole, that when we do eventually get the new couch, which I'm sure the listeners at this point are incredibly frustrated with. I mean, we're starting to get some comments that are like, just get the new fucking couch already. We have to do a thing where we take like our faces and we put it on the Breaking Bad scene with the RVs getting crushed. You know what I mean? Anyway, whatever. But what the fuck? Oh, I've seen comics, and I know comics right now that are like, I know a comic right now that's saying on stage, he goes, I could feel myself getting famous, y'all, and I'm scared.
Whoa.
And I'm like, shut up. Like, who's relating to that at all?
They're black, and that's why it works. It works for black people. Because
how do you know they're black?
I know they are.
Oh, you know who they are?
No.
Oh, hilarious. Just
but you know.
Just yeah.
There
just
was,
the way I said
oh, man. I'll say it on the Patreon. You know, I want to tell a specific story about a comic that doesn't throw them under the bus.
We're talking
but I want to
shit on
name
the
drop them because
Patreon,
it's
y'all.
it's not shit. It's just an interesting story about that attitude prevailing.
We're talking shit on Patreon.
See, I can name
Tiffany.
I'll fucking say it. Tiffany Haddish had that attitude before she got famous. We were doing the lounge at the lab at the Improv. You know how miserable of a room that is, right?
Yeah.
Pillars blocking most of the 18 people there.
Mm-hmm.
And the comic brought her on stage, and she went up and goes, "They didn't get all of my credits." And then she started listing her credits and saying she was in a movie that was about to come out that was going to be huge.
This
called
was
Keanu.
Tiffany said this?
This was Tiffany, probably 2014, maybe 2015, before she was really blowing up.
Yeah.
And then also at the top of her set, she plugged how she was going to be in Kansas City that weekend on a Tuesday in LA. And a year later, she was famous.
Sometimes
that attitude
it
works, man.
Sometimes it works, but also like you can do it without doing that. That's how I'm like trying to operate. Like you can get there without being that way. You know what I mean? Like all, you know, she seems
just keep winning. Yeah.
Whatever. Like no shade on Tiffany or anything like that. But it's like, I don't know, especially from, I guess my opinion doesn't matter because
she is a listener of this podcast. She told me.
Yeah, her and Esty are listening to this around her radio. Like it's the Ed Sullivan show. I just I don't want to do it that way. I don't know. I don't like that. I mean,
you could break it down on racial lines. I do. My theory is that if you are from a lower status community, a community that doesn't hold as much power in our society, it is fun to see that person win.
Yeah, of course.
Judah Friedlander goes on stage and talks about he has a hat that says "World's Greatest."
Yeah, but he's being ironic.
Yeah,
he's being satirical. So. No, I get what you're saying though too. It's just like there's, you know, I think there needs to be some self-awareness with that. Like,
fuck self-awareness. Self-awareness it sucks. I used to be very unaware, and I was much happier. Now I'm very aware of myself, and it sucks.
So true.
I was just a bull in a china shop for years and years and years, and I look back and cringe. I'm like, what if I just never learned? What if I just kept going and not realize when people didn't like me?
So true.
That'd be great. I pray for that bliss.
Yeah, everybody says you should be self-aware, but what if I hate myself?
Yeah.
And now I'm aware of it? Sucks.
Yeah, you know, if you have spinach in your teeth, it doesn't matter if you never know it's there. If there's toilet paper hanging off your shoe, whatever. Just don't look.
I know, dude. I guess you're so right about that. But
because that's the whole cringe thing. But look, I'm not the first to comment on this, but the cringe thing is ruining art.
It is.
Be cringe. You have to be cringe.
Yeah, you have to fight through that. I
love being cringe. It means I'm being honest.
Yeah. I mean, that's so true. Like whenever, and it's also like you're having fun. Like there is some things where you're like, yuck, but it's also like, I don't know. We comics, like, I don't know. We say yuck all the time, and it's ruining yuck and cringe to me. Like,
well, comics suck. Like, you'll never have a really heartfelt moment among comedians. Like, you can never be too sincere. No. You can never told a great story, and we'll ask him if I have to cut. Can we ask him cut this if we need to?
Yeah, I mean, sure.
Okay.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay. It throws someone specifically under the bus, but I can't imagine they'll figure it out. But he was on set on, let's just say, a TV show.
Sure.
And they were riding to set in a van at 5 a.m. and all just sitting there in silence waiting for their coffee to kick in. And one of the actors goes, "Can I read some poetry I wrote?" And everyone goes, "Yeah."
Oh, brother.
And that's actors. And comics would never.
Oh, brother, that sucks.
Never.
That sucks so much.
But
dude.
wouldn't it be great to actually write poetry and care about it and share with people?
No.
Well, if you could take a pill and be on their side of things?
No.
You don't think they're happier?
No.
Okay.
I mean, they might be happier, but I don't know.
See, I'm Jewish and you're from New York, and I think there's some shared cynicism there. I think we like to complain.
Yes.
Complaining is a big thing for us. My wife is German, and they can't stand complaining. That's why Jews and Germans tend to get along.
Yeah,
because
that's
Jews
great.
complain,
and
they
Germans
don't get along that well.
Things.
And when I tell,
they're pretty historically known for not getting along that well.
They don't get along very well. I'll say it. Oil and vinegar. But when I complain, she's like, "Well, what's the solution to that?" I'm like, "Nothing. I'm just complaining."
Yeah,
it'd be rude to say good things because that's in a way flexing.
Well, sometimes, yeah. Well, that's a perfect example of sometimes it's girl talk, and sometimes it's girl listen.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't. The ignorance is bliss thing. I get. You're like, they're all in there. I don't know. I guess maybe they are happier, but you know,
all good music is cringe. All of it.
Yeah, even rap is like hilariously like
Blink, dude. If you had discovered Blink now,
you'd hate it. Oh, I don't know, dude. I was listening to
mine is Dude Ranch. That's an incredible album.
That's my favorite album.
It's their best album by far.
Do you know and you definitely figured this out the minute they put it out because your brain is a computer, but I just figured this out that Dude Ranch is an innuendo.
No.
For cum. Dude Ranch.
I didn't. I heard that in the book though. That's incredible.
He said that in the book?
Yes.
Oh, maybe that's where I heard it.
Yeah, that is.
What a moron.
Or that was thought to be the interpretation of it. They're like artsy.
Yeah.
They're artsy. Or like, we don't know what that means. Maybe fans should theorize. What does 182 mean? And they like let people speculate.
I know. That's what I heard. Yeah. Like some people were like, it's the amount of times they say fuck in Scarface.
Like
and
it's
blah,
a Fincher
blah, blah.
film.
Yeah.
Like it's up to interpretation.
But it's like their first 3 major albums are all innuendos. Dude Ranch, Enema of the State,
Take Off Your Pants and Jacket,
and Take Off Your Pants and Jacket.
I just didn't realize. Again, we could do a whole episode on that book. How much of their fame was their comedy?
I think it was a lot of it because they weren't really good live shows. I don't know if you remember that. Like I've been listening to them since the Enema of the State album, obviously, and all you ever heard was they suck live, suck live, but then. They were so funny and they were saying such crazy shit that I think that's what really. And then I mean I watch videos of them.
It's me, Satan.
Yeah, dude, that whole live album is so funny, dude. But yeah, I was listening to Going Away to College the other day.
That's a top one,
and I really just like I've probably heard that song 200,000 times.
Yeah,
and. That line, it really just hit me. I'm like in an Uber, like
don't depend on me.
No, the one that's that's great though too. But when that line, the major line, where it's like, this world's an ugly place, but you're so beautiful to me, is like, it was the first time I was like, maybe it's because the first time I actually am like super in love, I guess.
Yeah,
but I was just like, wow, this is like, that really hit me.
Yeah.
For the first time, I was like, that's a really good line.
Like, don't depend on me to ever follow through on anything, but I'd go through hell for you is poetry.
Buddy, I'm going to cry. Let's go to the Patreon.
Okay.
You want to promote anything?
Oh, yeah, my special Hyperbolic is on YouTube. Please watch
Check out
long-form comedy.
Matthew's special. Follow him on Instagram.
Monday Punday.
And when you do, be like, heard you on Sagdaddy. And just so we know that we shouldn't stop doing this. That's really for us. We'll see you on Patreon. Patreon.com/SagDaddyThePod. The Rap Jack Black and Sagdaddy, I'm back at it with a fantastic podcast for your asses. Yapping in a trap like a rescue cat, and the rescued up like they're waiting on the Batman. You tuned into the dude who threw booze back, blacked out, woke up drunk, covered in bruises. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, an odd fellow, the great white chubby, I'm becoming a marshmallow. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, so sit back and relax, cause like a broken arm, I got a cast now. It's Sagdaddy the Pod, you made a good choice, so enjoy, don't be annoyed, now here's my dumb voice. So recognizable, ski master, unreliable, diary of a guy who's higher than a freaking diving board. I'm tired, call me biting you as lame, cause you align with your wardrobe. Give that back, you ain't that guy
like television. Got a girl here gripping, thinking we'll do some business, but that's the last thing that I want. Seriously. Big dog, I'm on shirts now. Still scared that my house is gonna burn down. I'm a rare card, an old Charizard. Getting BJ's on a bench of a promenade. Don't know what to do, I got a lot of problems. Lot of emotional truths, I some menage. I'm getting robbed every time I get a coffee. Cause $6 is just too much.
Keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. We can keep it on the low. But all you do is wrong.
Dream team, me and Galene and the 4 Beatles. Kidnapping whores illegally, pumping them full with needles. Eating Chinese till Steven asks us to order a pizza. Walk to run to get it, I can't do either. It's Sagdaddy the pod, don't think twice. Just bob your head, Dylan, your chicken with no rice. It's Sagdaddy the pod, and on God I won't stop. Unless I wanna, that's kinda the deal, huh? It's Sagdaddy the pod, no need to deviate. Your ears are not the only holes that I'm about to penetrate. It's Sagdaddy the pod, so thanks for tuning in. Truman Show flow, if I don't see you, you can suck my dick.